Welcome back. Oli Khan, we were talking about the problems of curry industry and how to solve it. But an industry cannot run on just imported labor. We have to raise and train people in this country. And to this end, I think there are people who are looking at it from this point that they should raise people, train people in this country, and there should be academies. See? And as you agreed that yes, we can, but it will take time. You were on Sky and you mentioned this. See, what was the gist of your solution you suggested?
Yeah, at the Sky, I went there about 4 weeks ago, and it's all about the curry crisis Britain facing at the moment, this curry industry. Well, I would say, like when I was at the Sky, one of the guy or the chap was against me. He was saying that, you know, why can't we employ these women? They're a good cook. Of course, they're a good cook. They're such a good cook. But we are actually...
Does he mean Bengali women? Or?
Yeah, he meant like Bengali women, like most of the...
Sitting at home.
Yeah, sitting at home, why didn't come? But our women, they're not sitting at home, actually. A lot of the women, they're really successful women. They're actually working outside.
They're looking after the family.
Exactly, yeah. And also, it's not only that. A lot of the places, when they started this business, a lot of our women, they actually helped survive this industry when you have the crisis. And at the moment, I have seen a lot of the women actually helping their, family business. They go there before the opening, they help them prepared and everything. The other thing is like these women, they are actually hardworking now. If that guys, that I'm just responding to that guys that who have actually made this comment, our women's, they are highly educated as well. As you can see, 3 Bangladeshi MPs are here.
Right.
There could be an example.
And inshallah there will be more.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
We want some men also.
Yeah, but this industry, because if you bring them, like a lot of the people, housewives, even the housewife, if you bring them to the work, you're coming to the work in the evening. If you bring to the work, who's going to look after the children?
True, true.
So we have to understand, and also you have to understand the sense of cooking. Because we are cooking in a house is a one way, which is we're just doing for the small family, yeah? But when we're doing in the outside, we're doing in a restaurant or takeout, this is a commercial sense. That night when I went to the Sky, that night I served about 400 meals within 3 hours. Can a woman do that? 300 meals? They have to be really hardworking because it's really difficult. It will be really difficult. They can only help, giving you this and that, or maybe packing things like that. But there is also like environment in the kitchen that women, they can work, but if there is other women are involved, maybe there's a partition, partition means like small rooms, then they can do some things, A lot of women are working in the Indian sector, like in the making the samosas, pakoras and things like that. They can be the same as men as well. But working in an environment, you need to have a working environment.
Right.
And a lot of the curry house kitchens, they're not big enough, to work in. They got bumped in, so many problems,
There's not enough space.
And not enough space, and a lot of like other people they're actually working in as cleaners as well. But it's not the solution. The woman coming and working in the industry because we need to have a homegrown people who actually can actually survive this industry. They actually can come to the industry and make this survived. How they can do it? A lot of the people they're not coming. They think the other job is better. It's no longer long hour. You don't have any long hour in the curry houses. We used to have like 12 hours, 13 hours a day. Now only 7 to 8 hours. If you think about it, that almost 80% of the curry houses that I know, they don't open in the daytime now. They open from 5 o'clock to prepare, and then 6 o'clock they open the restaurants until about 11, half 11.
And they do a lot of deliveries, isn't it?
Yeah, they do a lot of deliveries, but business has become limited now. It used to be like, we used to have like 3 sittings. Now there is only 1 sitting, 1.5 sitting is more than enough because people don't eat late night because they're more health conscious. They think they should eat the curry in certain times, They used to, a lot of the people, they used to come out quite regular, 2 to 3 times a week. Now they don't even come only once a week.
You had a special clientele, people coming out of the pubs, you see, and then going to the Indian restaurants.
Restaurants, yeah.
But that is coming down, isn't it? That's going down and down.
Yeah, it's going down, because a lot of the people, they're prepared to have like, a lot of the pub chain, they're actually selling so cheap alcohol, you wouldn't believe it. A lot of the people, they think, oh, we should have alcohol at the pub and then come to the curry later on, and they doesn't want to spend much. But this is not the issue. We are talking about how we're going to save this industry. To save this industry, this is a long time based industry, because so many times we have faced so many problems, but this is one of the worst problem I can see from my point of view, because I've been within the industry for 27 years. And in my 27 years of experience, I have seen 2 recessions, and this is the 3rd one, which is almost over, but we are actually facing for the staff shortage. Now, I request a lot of the young people who are watching from their home, you need to actually come out. This is not a rocket science. It is something that cooking a curry, although cooking a curry is an art, but you can do it.
But you can learn
I actually enjoy working in a kitchen. I love, this is like the way I have actually learned and done everything, you know, because you can enjoy this.
And you promise to pay them competitive rates.
Yeah. Well, you actually the rates is not. The rates is good, even though the minimum wages is going to £7.20 in hour, or 40 pence in next April, I think. So the chefs can earn a lot of money, because the chef earn the amount of money at the moment. It's not less, because on top they get the accommodation, on top they get the food as well. So working in there, plus they got a social life working in a curry house, because at least you can meet and greet with the other people that, you know, within your culture, within your, and then also you get the facility to
what
pray as well.
What happens to the tip?
Well, tips, this is something like, you know, all depends on some, you know, majority of the curry houses, I'd say almost 90% curry houses, they don't give tips to the staff. They actually take the tips. But because they think that, you know, there is a reason for it, because they're also providing you the accommodation. They're providing you the food. So if they give you everything, because there is it's really difficult to get the profit at the moment. The profit margin is shrinkage, you know, it's shrinkage on the profit margin. It's
you
not
said
like
somewhere
before.
that's gone down to 10%.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the Financial Times, because I can see that, I can face it, because although I've been within the industry for a long time, and I have seen the profit margin before and now, because it's a competitive market. If you see the other people, those grill house, or not the grill house, like those kebab shop, they haven't increased their price much. I got a kebab shop next door to me. He's still selling large doner kebab for $4.50. And if you buy a large doner kebab, 2 of them can share. And whereas I'm selling a chicken curry for £6. So it's not good enough. By selling a chicken curry £6, you're giving at least 6 to 7 pieces of chicken. And where if you go to the supermarket, you can buy it for even cheaper. But so the market is
because they're not paying the tax on that.
No, tax means VAT, because frozen food on the supermarket, they don't have to pay the VAT, because they're selling it frozen. But we're selling a hot curry, so we have to pay 20% on top, which is the VAT. So there is a, like, you know, a problem that you can't actually increase your price. Although a lot of places in London, they're selling the curries really high price, like up to £30, £35 a dish. They can do it because they're paying high rents. And a lot of the, like, you know, high class people are living here. They earn a lot of money. They wanted to spend more money on their quality food. But where is like a lot of the curry houses that actually based in village area or the rural area, you know. So they actually can't, a lot of the people, they can't. If you actually selling your curry for a higher price, people talk about it in the town, you know. They say, oh, I went to this place, you know, and I just had a chicken curry and rice. It cost me £10 or £15, you know.
Do you think that this frozen curry being sold in supermarkets, is that offering you competition?
It's, in a sense, when people think about, like at the recession time, I have seen a lot of the people actually buying the curries from the supermarket because they cannot afford to buy a fresh curry. But where we sell a curry, those fresh curry, I think one thing I need to mention you, at the Financial Times, recently that I have done an interview, it was in their Financial Times magazine. They have actually covered
it's also online.
It actually covered 8 pages of interview of other people's as well as mine as well. And also they have mentioned, but they have taken the interview from me, but they have actually missed some of the points. And also they have actually said something, there's like, one thing I have actually mentioned, because most of the curry houses, we do actually pre-cook, those popular ones. at the daytime, like chicken, meat have to be pre-cooked, and then we serve them at the evening. And that's when it's finished, then it's finished, But he said that we cook every food. We actually don't cook every food early. We actually cook according to your needs. When the people order, that time we actually cook. But we actually pre-cook the things. We don't actually cook them.
You marinate them.
Marinate them, all these things. So actually, I'm actually doing a lot of background work for this industry, and also there is an exclusive interview coming up on the Sun on Sunday, which about the curry industry. They're doing a huge article about the curry industry, because we're having a really tough time. A lot of the people are, as I have mentioned, one of the guy called me from Newcastle. They used to be one of the really high-profile restaurants. The guy actually used to be a lord, and his restaurant has been shut. It was 37 years old restaurants, just been shut about 5 days ago. And also, as a lot of the well-known curry houses.
What is the role of these academies that are coming up to train chefs in this country?
Roles, it's like we don't have anything from the government yet. From the Bangladesh Caterers Association, we lobbied the government, said that give us a curry college, something so that the experienced people can go there and teach those people who wanted to learn about the curry.
Right.
But those people have done it previously. They're actually doing it in commercial sense, which I don't want to do it in commercial sense, because we need to help this industry. This industry is suffering at, it's a big time suffering, yeah? And we need somebody that we can teach and come to the, if anybody needs any help from me, wanted to learn the curry, how to cook the curry, or you want to know the presentation of the curry, come to me. I'm here to help anybody, without any cost, anything, even though I can provide everything, But I need to really help this industry, because this industry is suffering a lot. And it's the industry that actually given so much to the British Bangladeshi, as well as the Bangladesh as well. It's given so much to the Bangladeshi people.
Has the curry industry adjusted with the changing times? I mean, like the automation, the technical facility that are computerized?
Yes. Yeah, all need to be changed. A lot of the people even doesn't have the website, I heard, and a lot of the people doesn't have the website. But it's by the time you need to change everything, because it is a perfect time for us. See, from my point of view, I would say that a solution is there. You need to just follow that, and you just need to comply with it. Like this is another example, the technology. When I have introduced technology in my curry house, my takeaway, or even in the restaurants, I can reduce 2 people, because it does its job itself. Because when I get the order, they come through to the website, and then it's printed automatically.
Right.
So it's saving you time to taking the order, putting the price and everything. That's one of the things. The other thing is, at the moment we are facing, because if I give you an example of a pub, a good pub in a high street, they're doing good business. If you go to the kitchen, you'll see only 2 to 3 people are working. Why? Because they got limited dish in there, and they serve them on plated food.
Right.
So plated food is is less, costing is less. If you go to our curry houses, you'll see so many extra things in there, like tablecloth. We call that as a fine dining. You have to be like, everything have to be in place. Our service, everything is so excellent. It's fine. We can do the same thing. But why we use the tablecloth? That's cost you another £4,000 to £5,000 a year. Yeah. Take that off. Have a nice, lovely table. Wipe it up. Use the economic way, which also, like, government actually doing a lot of research and doing a lot of economical things, like the being a greener. Yeah. So they wanted to make the greener city. Why use the laundry? Because that's also extra cost.
But
that's not going to help the environment.
Out of time, Oli Khan.
So shall I quickly say the solution? What we need to actually minimize our menu.
Right.
We have over 200 dishes in there. Minimize that to within 30, 35 dishes, yeah, and start doing these food in plated, and then they can reduce the so many ways, and so many other ways.
Cut down the overhead cost.
Yeah, you can cut down the overhead cost, and also you don't need much staff. At the moment, the problem we are facing, because curry has been popular in this country, and I think this will remain popular.
Right.
As always.
And we have to see that it remains popular all the time.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For accepting this invitation. It was a great pleasure and honor.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, viewers, for being with us, and we hope that you've enjoyed the show as much as we have. We hope that the curry industry, which is generating 4.2 billion pound sterling every year and employing directly and indirectly 150,000 persons, we hope that the government will listen to them, and then they will provide the visas that are needed, temporary or permanent, whatever, and then the curry industry will remain the staple food of Britain, Great Britain. Thank you for being with us. Next week, same time, same channel. In the meantime, take care.